Do you think you are a people pleaser? Do you have this deep, constant need to be liked and you end up saying and doing things for others' sake which you later feel you shouldn't have done? Excessive people pleasing is a common problem. In this video, I'll tell you some very important things that you shouldn't do, and at the end of the video, I'll talk about how to do people pleasing the right way. So do watch till the end, and if you like the video, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Let's start with the question, why are we like this? Why do we want to please others? The truth of our psychology is that being accepted and liked by others is one of our deepest instincts. We are not only social animals, we are the most advanced social animals. Other people matter to us and our existence. And it makes sense if you look at it from an evolutionary psychology perspective. This people pleasing helped us survive better through harsh and competitive natural environments. The desire and skill to fit in with the society gives you a survival advantage, because if you are liked by others, you can get help and protection from others, safety in numbers. If you're liked, you're more likely to find mates for sex, then reproduce and pass on those traits. Those who were completely disliked, got isolated, or even killed, probably died before even producing children, couldn't pass on their genes. We are the descendants of people who cared about being liked. Wanting to be liked is part of our inheritance and will be part of our legacy. So the question is, what do you do now when your survival depends very little on how much you're liked by others? Do you try to eliminate the desire completely, or do you let it be? And just like most answers in life, the answer lies in the concept of balance. So the main thing is that the desire to be liked must be preserved, but how to be liked, the actual methods you use can really vary. We can divide the methods in two major categories, wise methods and unwise methods. What's the difference? Wise methods are simply those which not only work better but also help you achieve some other important goals in life. They bring a synergistic effect. But let's start with the unwise ones, things that you need to stop doing. Here are some unwise common methods people employ to get more liked. Constantly saying yes to people when you don't want to, extra agreement, extra compliance, trying to be like others, copying them directly so that they will accept you, excessively praising them, trying to flatter, putting them on a pedestal, going out of your way to help them so that you can earn brownie points. See, a little bit of all of those behaviors is actually totally acceptable. Like nothing wrong with trying to fit in, trying to go with the flow, being extra nice. In a way, these are amazing behaviors, but I'll discuss 3 scenarios when they become problematic. First one, losing authenticity. The problem begins when you try to please others so much that you almost develop 2 different personalities. Like you are publicly very different from who you are privately. Like to the face, you're telling someone, this was really the best party I've been to, loved the food, man. But on your way back home, you're like, that was such a shitty party, I'll never go there again. But then, next time you're invited, you again go, praise them yet again for another shitty party. So in order to impress some person or trying to fit in, you say things which you don't mean at all. You're losing authenticity. You're just playing a very superficial game, and that will drive you crazy ultimately because there are no anchors for you. You'll feel like your stance, your values, your opinions are constantly shifting according to whoever you're meeting because you're trying to please them. You will forever be confused what to do here, what to say now, how to feel here. I want you to get out of that game. Be more authentic, even if it means some people don't like you as much. Second point that you should not do, trying to please everyone for something or someone for everything or everyone for everything. Here the problem is that you're unable to figure out when to not care about whether people like you or not, when to not care about their criticism. This also can drive you crazy because you then find yourself in an endless, impossible game of seeking approval and appreciation. A simple reason why it's an impossible game is that people are different. They have different likes and dislikes, and their likes and dislikes change over time. A guy can build big muscles trying to please girls. 40% of the girls might really like it, 30% probably won't care, 20% might dislike it, 10% might hate it. Some people like Shah Rukh, some people like Salman, some people like Amir Khan, including myself. Some don't like any of them, some don't even like watching movies. If you travel a lot, some people will be inspired, some people will be jealous, some may call it waste of time and money, Some people will call you spoiled. You have a top-level software engineering job in Facebook. Your friends are impressed. But then after 2 years, the same friends start disliking Facebook because of its involvement in some political scandal, and now they don't respect your job. They call you a sellout for continuing your job. Now, you're the same person with the same job who was liked, but circumstances changed, others changed. It's an endless, impossible game trying to impress others. This is why your major life decisions and choices must be yours only. If you're not hurting yourself or others, do whatever you like, not caring about whether other people like it or not. You simply cannot appeal to everyone else's preferences. Third point, losing status. Many people who are people pleasers sacrifice a lot, almost as if they are serving some higher people. Niceness shouldn't come out of a feeling of inferiority or subordination. Don't put any human on any pedestal, whether it's your boss, your cool friend, your rich relative, some good-looking person, etc. Don't give anyone status above yourself. But all of that doesn't mean you stop caring about being liked. You should care. And there are better methods to make that happen. Let's come to that now. First, let's admit some people are just born lucky that way. They are naturally liked more because they have a sunny, jolly personality. They are naturally easygoing or funny or helpful or chatty or good looking or whatever. Like even in early school, you see that some kids immediately become more popular. Some make a lot more friends than others. So I first want to establish that your natural personality is like the biggest factor here. Ask yourself, were you liked as a kid? If not, you may have not been lucky in this regard. I can talk about myself. Even I think I was somewhere in the middle, like never extra liked, never hated. I always had friends, but I wasn't exactly people's favorite or anything. So I wasn't the most wanted, nor the most wanted. Majority lies somewhere in the middle only. But then the question becomes, did I try to become more liked? Of course I did. Do I still try to be more liked? To some degree, yes. Why? Because ultimately, when you figure out what really makes you likable, you also figure out important keys to morality and happiness. Let's take a very simplistic archetype, hero and villain. Hero is someone who everyone likes, villain is someone who we hate. That's why we get a lot of satisfaction when in a movie, the hero punches the shit out of the villain or kills him. We cheer for it. But why do we like heroes and hate villains? It comes down to what their impact is on the world or on other people. And their impact on the world depends on their choices and actions. Their choices and actions depend on some values and character traits that they have. Heroes have traits that lead to positive impact, villains, negative impact. So, what are the hero traits? Some common ones are concern for others, courage, friendship, honesty, love, etc. And what are the villain traits? Greed, selfishness, aggression, lies, manipulation, violence, etc. And an amazing thing is all of us pretty much agree on those. When we come out of the theater after watching a superhero Marvel movie, it's not like people are debating on who was the actual hero and who was the villain. We all have the same sense. In general, our judgment of right and wrong is pretty on point, especially in the matters that don't concern us directly. And this recognizable hero and villain archetype is present universally in all cultures. This means that it has to do something with our evolution, our core psychology. We are evolved in a manner that we can, with great clarity, identify and appreciate hero traits, identify and criticize villain traits. Imagine a society where everyone liked the villain traits, everyone tried to be the villain. The society would collapse within a generation. The good news for you and me is the hero traits not only make us more likable, they ultimately lead to positive impact in the world. Your goal should be to pick those traits and just learn them. The hero traits are a win-win. You get appreciation and meaning at the same time. You get to do the popular and the right thing at the same time. It's very difficult to change your personality, but it's possible and worth doing. I want to emphasize one last thing. Do care about being liked. If you completely stop caring about being liked, you might start to ignore feedback and criticism which is necessary for you. Like, I don't give a shit about what others say. Who cares about others? If they don't like me, they're the fools. And that attitude is not heroic at all. In fact, it's disastrous. It can be your biggest downfall. You can end up in your own bubble, living alone, miserable, dysfunctional. Other people may not be right all the time for everything, but they are definitely right a lot of the times and for a lot of the things. They can point out your errors and blind spots pretty reliably, especially if you take the average of different opinions. If everyone around you is saying things like, you're a bit selfish, you're annoying, it's so difficult to talk to you, you just care about being right. you act too clever. If a lot of people are saying things like that, you better believe there's some truth in it. Stop and take it seriously. These are personality and morality level flaws which make you dysfunctional and unlikable. Fix them ASAP. If you are someone who says, I don't care about being liked by others, first ask yourself, do you even know how to be liked? Or are you actually liked by others? Because if you don't know how to be liked and then you say, oh, I don't care, you're just running away from the problem. Your personality is still underdeveloped. You're simply not wise enough. Until you learn how to develop likable and wise personality traits, do care about being liked. Keep the desire burning. Keep observing others. Keep analyzing what are they doing differently. Keep learning from them. Don't let your ego take over like, oh, I'm me. Accept me fully the way I am. I have nothing to change. I'm perfect. Don't do that. You'll end up being unlikable and dysfunctional. Bottom line, don't chase appreciation or approval directly in superficial manner. Develop hero traits, become wiser, do some real good things. Appreciation and approval will come as a natural result. Also, being a people pleaser, if you have difficulty saying no to other people, you can watch this video. Link is also in the description. Shridhar LifeSchool is a team of psychologists who specialize in counseling. To book sessions, go to our website shridharlifeschool.com.